How e-logs improve quality, safety, profits, and your health. You drive thousands of miles every year, hour upon hour, to meet your schedule and earn your pay. Here at Stevens, our policy is that all long-distance and interstate regional professional van operators must use electronic logs. And guys, you can adjust and improve your efficiency with an electronic log. We will give you ideas and tips to make it work for you. It will improve your profits, keep you compliant, lower your stress, and let you live a healthier lifestyle out there on the road, all while we help make the highways safer. After all, you've got a lot to come home to. In today's session, we'll grab the chance to lecture you about safety. Just a little. But mostly, we'll give you some tips and tools that will work to keep you safe, compliant, and making money by using your e-log strategically. Plus, we're betting we can even help you develop a healthier lifestyle on the road and improve the profitability of your business. Open your mind and let's go. You're just doing your job, just driving along. You take safety for granted out there on the highways. One lapse of attention can be the difference that you never want to experience. Listen up. Safety is everyone's business. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration ensures road safety by monitoring these 7 areas for professional drivers like you. They give you a CSA report card that stays with you for a long time. And good grades are the first step in your ability to make money. You see, if you get a DUI, reckless driving, or drug or alcohol infractions, you will lose your license. No license, no work. No work, no pay. And what will that mean to your family? You need a plan, a routine you follow each and every time you pick up jobs to ensure that you can work that schedule, do it safely, comply with the law, and make money. And you can't do that in a rush the night or morning you're heading out. It takes a little time to plan your work week strategically. Stevens has tips and tools to share with you, but you're in charge. This is your business and your income to manage. Most everyone has their e-log installed and running now, but just in case, here is just how easy it is. First, remember to log in. Here are the screens you will see on your tablet as you log in. After you've entered your ID and before you begin your pre-trip, you must be sure your duty status is changed to on. Just click on Duty Status Off when you are ready to start. On the next screen, tap on the On, then click the arrow back button. You'll hear a beep if your volume is turned up. Now you're ready for your pre-trip inspection. Let's look at those screens. Click on the DVIR button. As you move along, respond to the prompts. This screen shows it's time for the required pre-trip inspection, so click on the DVIR button to get started. First, you will do your tractor pre-trip. Then, you will be prompted to move on to the trailer pre-trip. If anything is wrong with your vehicle or trailer, put a check mark in the box, then click Accept. If nothing is wrong, just click Accept. The pre- and post-trip inspection list is on your tablet, but pay special attention to those items listed here in red: brakes, lights, tires and wheels, fire extinguisher, safety equipment. Then, at the end of your driving day, a thorough post-trip inspection will help you identify anything that might slow you down tomorrow. Again, we are looking to identify repairs at the end of your day so you can get repairs made overnight. Staying compliant and safe is top priority. Much like the pre-trip, the post-trip inspection screens are detailed. If anything is wrong with your vehicle or trailer, put a check mark in the box, then click Accept. If nothing is wrong, just click Accept. After the post-trip, as you prepare to end your day, follow the prompts on your tablet. At this screen, you need to click on Enter the manifest number. And on this screen, enter your registration number. Or you can also write your shipper's name, but put HHG behind it. Then click OK. Again, follow the prompts, and when you reach this screen, just click on Driver Log Out. You can call your dispatcher or e-log specialist anytime, but remember, you also got one of these handy XRS driver guides with your e-log device. Refer to that for help as well. Now let's get some more tips for using your e-log successfully. As a reminder, the hours of service rules have changed. It can be confusing, but what you really need to remember is that strong habits plus routines equal success. So now let's take a look at a typical 8-day work week. It's a lot like those story problems back from your school days, except now your lifestyle and pay depend on you getting it right. For this real-life sample work week, you'll see a trip where this driver is starting in Azusa, California, then going to Winchester, California, and on to Las Vegas, Faraday, Louisiana, Montgomery, Alabama, and a final delivery in Huntsville, Alabama. It's really not so tough to set yourself up and stay compliant with hours of service. Let's walk through use of a new Stevens-designed Stevens PVO Time Management Worksheet that will help. This was designed by a guy who'd been on the road for 30 years and has won Stevens PVO of the Year 4 times. It was tested by our dispatchers and a few guys out there on the road right now. It reminds you of the DOT rules, and the backside gives you a description of just where to find the number for each line. So let's make a plan. It starts with having the right tools. You can get these Stevens PVO Time Management Worksheets from your Stevens agent, from your dispatcher, or go to the Stevens shop online 24/7 to download a copy. Save a copy electronically, and you'll have it ready for next time. You'll also need access on your tablet to look up mileage and plan your route. That's all you need to start. Here are a few tips. Tips to plan your 8-day work week. Trust your dispatchers. They know and understand the DOT rules and regulations. Plan on 500 pounds per man-hour to load, 750 pounds per man-hour to unload. In travel time, average at 55 miles per hour. Plan extra time for road conditions like weather, mountains, and construction. Consider the amount of labor you need to save time, or to save money if you have time. Number 1. Begin by looking up the distances to drive between all stops in your 8-day work week, using one of the free online sites. Set this aside, as you'll need it as you do your worksheet. In this case, it's from Azusa, California to Winchester, California for loading, then from Winchester to Las Vegas for another load, and from Las Vegas to Faraday, Louisiana for your first delivery. Then on to Montgomery, Alabama for your next delivery, and to Huntsville, Alabama for the final delivery. Then you've got the mileage necessary to do your Stevens PVO Time Management Worksheet. And as you review the trip, think about possibly reordering the deliveries if another order is more logical and still fits within schedule. And if, and I said if, you've okayed it with your dispatcher. Do not attempt to change your dates without discussing it with your dispatcher. We all know miles are miles and time is money, so let's work together to do the best for everyone. And it helps to know your load and delivery spreads from your trip sheet. Now let's get started. On the worksheet, look at Day 1. Your Day 1 is decided by the trip you accept and the load or delivery dates promised to the customer. For this example, we begin with 70 hours available. Your first time to make note of this is in doing a pre-trip inspection. This driver notes a half hour for it on line 2. Now refer to your trip sheet to see the estimated weight of the shipment. and we will estimate 8 hours needed for loading at the first location, and so we write that on line 3. On the worksheet, you'll see a spot to indicate if it is a residence or from a warehouse. That matters because it may impact labor needs. Line 4 gives space to enter refueling time, which we know you'll need to do. We figured 1 hour. Line 5 reminds you to allocate time for the all-important post-trip inspection at the end of the day. Enter a half hour for that on line 5. Total drive time, as shown for line 6, is figured by how many miles you need to cover. Our example uses 1 hour, which takes us almost to our next work stop. On line 7, we note the 65 miles to get from this job to our next work stop. And line 8 is your planned mileage for the day. On line 9, you add together the amounts on lines 2 plus line 3 plus line 4 plus line 5 plus line 6 for the total hours used. For line 10, subtract the amount on line 9 from the amount on line 1. This gives you the remaining hours. If you have any hours to regain, those would be noted on line 11. In this example, there are 0 hours regained. On line 12, this is your total hours available for the next day. Just add lines 10 and 11 together. In our example, that is 59 plus 0 for 59 hours, which we then carry up to the following day and write it on line 1 of day 2. Although not needed in this example, line 13 is to help you with the rules. It asks you if you have taken that bigger break, the 34-hour restart break allowed every 168 hours. If you do have this longer break, then you would have a clean slate with the whole 70 hours available on your next workday. On this trip, we worked out our schedule for the next 14 days. By knowing this ahead of time and communicating it to your dispatcher ahead of time, your dispatcher will know your schedule and capacity availability. This opens up the possibility of additional shipments that could fit into your space and time. It could also give you more information on your downtime and location to plan better. And as you do your worksheet, be sure to note the vital calls you need to make to service our customer well and keep your trip running smoothly. A call to the customer 24 hours in advance is mandatory and just plain nice. And a call to the origin or destination agent to set up labor early will avoid delays. As they say, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. And how do you accommodate that in your plan? Call your dispatcher. We have a group of superhero dispatchers and e-log experts here, and they've all been trained in helping with these PVO time management worksheets. You can call in, and we'll help 24/7. They actually plan your load and dispatch you to keep you compliant. Working together, you'll run a safe and compliant business and get home to your family in one piece. Call them. So, if you're stuck in traffic, battling a snowstorm, or struggling with your e-log, call in. They are here to help. There are no dumb questions, no jams too big to fix. You don't have to do it alone. So don't try to do it alone. Oh, and one more thing. And if you ever get a near violation email alert, get to a safe place and call your dispatcher or e-log specialist. Never unplug. If there's a problem that you can't get fixed immediately, your dispatcher or e-log specialist may have you switch to a paper log. Now comes the time to just do it. Install and learn your e-log. Try the Stevens PVO Time Management Worksheet. Use those superhero dispatchers and e-log specialists. This is your life. This is your business. Use your skills, the knowledgeable Stevens team, and these tools to work smarter, safer, and make more money. Now, that's life. And now we'll close with a few tips from our PVO trainer and recruiter, 4-time Stevens PVO of the Year, Jim Van Haren.
Read all the instructions on the back first and foremost. It may seem overwhelming when you first look at it like this here. It's real simple. Do day 1. By the time you get done with day one, you're going to understand the whole process. You're never going to have to look back on it, okay? Always be aware of your rules and your DOT rules and regulations, so please. Don't break them. Don't give up on it. Once you get the feel for it, it shouldn't take you any more than 15, 20 minutes to sit down and do it. Plan ahead so that you will have it organized. You know when you got to deliver. You know when you got to load. You know when you're going to have some spare time. You know when you have to do your 34-hour restart. Plus, when you have that spare time, if you have space in your truck, if you don't get filled up, or if you make a delivery and you have space in your truck and there happens to be a shipment there that we can get into that space, we'll put it on there. More shipments, more money, you're heading that way.
What if I want to go to Disneyland in the middle of my trip?
Plan it out. Plan it out. Communicate with your dispatcher.
Where can I get the worksheets?
Contact your dispatcher. You can get them from her or him. You can contact me. We can make sure we get you some. They are online, svlonline.com, and there is an electronic one to help do the math for you. It's what I've done all my years here before I ever did a job. It's what I did. This is your business. This is your livelihood. Utilize all the tools that we give to you, and this is one of the many that we do to help you be as profitable as you can be.
This has been another installment in the Stevens Online Training Library. Watch for our other instructional videos on these topics and more. Stevens would like the opportunity to earn your business. For a free quote and information on all of our relocation services, visit us at stevensworldwide.com. Let Stevens show you the way to move.